So the other day I was at the park walking my fish when I see this bitch ass baby start trying to scrap with me. So after throwing hands with him and straight dunking his ass, I'm standing there and I'm like, wait a second, this is just like when Goku fought Frieza. Tropes, what are they? Come on, you aren't stupid, you know this one. To dumb it down in my own words though, tropes within any medium are basically storytelling patterns that have been proven to work and thus people start copying the flow. For example, in the real world, you have goth women and piercings, right? A classic. I want them to step on me. In anime, a great example of this would be the self-insert character. Basically, think any character like Kirito or literally any hentai main character. Now, these characters aren't self-inserts in the sense that they relate to you. I mean, come on, okay, I make anime videos. Do you really think I'm comparable to a hentai protagonist? Maybe if we're talking like NTR, but that's all. But these characters are basically meant to embody the man that you wish to be. Or another good example of a trope in real life, you have Smash players and Minecraft YouTubers being pet. The point is, you know what tropes are. And you know what? While we're on the topic of registered offenders in anime, let's talk about the loli trope. Basically, take any anime girl, turn her into an annoying midget with anger issues, and you got yourself a loli. Lolis can be seen in many shows. First of all, you got shows like Dragon Maid with characters like Kana, right? Just a little dragon girl who attends school and eats bugs and shit. She's adorable, she's chill, right? And then you have shows like Bleach, where everything is just fucking confusing. Take any girl in Bleach. Okay? They are at least 100 years older than they look. Now, when you look at characters like Rukia and Rangiku, there's not really an issue, right? But then you have characters like Nell, who literally spends half of her screen time shitting her pants. Now, I know what you're saying.
But King Jaber, she's actually 500 years old.
Don't care. If this shit turns you on, then you're weird as fuck. If you're really out here fucking with 500-year-old lolis, then I don't trust you around expired milk, okay? You'll be drinking this shit talking about how mature the flavor is. Now, I want to make it clear that lolis as a whole aren't really a huge issue. I mean, they're literally just midgets, right? If I had an issue with midgets, I'd be on America's Most Wanted for stacking up kills, okay? Rather, it shows that do sexualize them in the fan base of full-grown men who slap their Slim Jim to this shit, right? But you know what really beats my cock? Anime transformations. Whether it be Super Saiyan, Gear 5, Daddy Gon, anime transformations are some of the most hype moments to come out of any shows. When I was shitting in diapers, my parents introduced me to DBZ, okay? And let's just say that Super Saiyan was the first time I hit a pop-off. Now, anime transformations are usually done for three main reasons. First of all, this shit sells, okay? Don't play dumb with me. Then you have the fact that the author has spent months or even years advancing their story and needs a new way to power up a character to keep them up with the trends of the series. And then you got hype, the average Joe's reaction. Transformations can deliver some of the most hype and memorable moments from any story. Even to this day, I can't stop thinking of the time that Luffy whipped out Gear 2nd on Rob Lucci and laid the fucking smoke on him. When Goku went Super Saiyan, everyone lost their shit. The world experienced the first combined nut. And don't even get me started on Gohan hitting Super Saiyan 2. Point is, there is no better feeling than spending an entire show following Ichigo just to see him go crazy in Vasto Lorde against Ulquiorra, or watching Okaroon pull up in Turbo Granny mode at any time to go fuck someone up. You see, where older anime such as Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Yu Yu Hakusho took their time to introduce their transformations and really made you wait for the build-up, many modern shows have started to just raw dog transformations right off rip. Whether it be Chainsaw Man, JJK, Dandadan, Attack on Titan, hell, even Bleach showcased Hollow Mask Ichigo very early on. These shows go no lube right into the action with transformations. As far as I can tell, this is typically done for one main reasons. These shows are based off of characters being realistic and relatable. They're all high school age kids who gain a very specific power while being thrust into a new world or whatever strange shit's happening. In that case, these transformations work to introduce the character to a new journey that they're embarking on and put them on par with other characters. This video is about tropes I hate. I fucking hate tsundere bitches! Basically, they're just female manipulators and domestic abusers who walk around spouting slurs and insults. First of all, slay bitch. Second of all, so what's hot about this? I've seen people fetishize this trope and I just don't get it, alright? Like, I grew up hearing that men beat their wives, and no, I do not fuck with that, alright? But is this some kind of taking back the power type thing? But like I'm saying, I just don't get the hype, you know? Now, I could give some examples here, but really the only one you need is Bakugo from My Hero. Bro spends the entire show just shitting on Deku, telling him to die, calling him names, basically just being a menace, right? And toward the end of the show, bro just comes back all buddy-buddy with Deku, power of friendship type shit. That's a tsundere. Someone who just shits on the main character for the entire show, but it's all because they got a crush on him. And hear me out, okay? That is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You gotta understand, okay? If I met a girl in real life, right, and she spends months telling me to kill myself, physically harming me, and verbally degrading me, do y'all really think I'm down bad enough to drop to my knees when she says that she fucks with me? The answer is yes, I'm a bitch. Alright, moving on. One of my favorite tropes gotta be the training arc, okay? Basically, our main characters gotta get stronger, so we just spend a few episodes watching them dick around and hone their skills. For example, you got the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball. Nah, scrap that. The entirety of Dragon Ball is a fucking training arc. Or you got Heaven's Arena in Hunter x Hunter, a tournament that Gon and Killua go in just to hone their nen skills and train. You see, back when I was a jit, just a little dude, right? I was watching Dragon Ball and seeing Goku training like 500 times gravity, and that's when I decided to start hitting up the gym. Nowadays, you know I don't skip balls day, just like they, baby. Training arcs are amazing because you get to just spend time watching the characters on the grind, just getting stronger, and you know that as you continue watching the show, you'll get to see the payoff for everything they've put their time into. Now, some modern shonen like Demon Slayer have started approaching this with a fast forward button, and though that's technically okay, I don't fuck with it. Basically, what this means is that Tanjiro is allowed to just pull out any ability out of his ass, and we just gotta take it on the chin. We weren't there to see him train or see what he can do, we just have to accept whatever he does. But I guess that's also the fun of it, shit's kinda like an unboxing video. But you know what really shits my pants? Horny dudes, okay? I mean, have you all seen this King Jaber guy? He's horny as fuck, go hit him up. Ladies, this is a joke, I'm only open to dudes. Whether it be Master Roshi from Dragon Ball hitting on minors, or Mineta also hitting on minors, there is no shortage of horny dudes in anime. Hell, growing up, I was watching Pokemon, right? I was cultured, okay? And you know I was fucking with Brock. Bro was one of my biggest inspirations, my hero. And now look at me.